Mate ka! Isa boses ang inyong opinyon dito sa Mate.
9 na minuto, makalipas ang ika-6 ng gabi.
Mate ka! Isa boses ang inyong opinyon dito sa Mate.
This is your early show here in DZRJ 8:10 a.m. The Voice of the Philippines. And for today, we will have a special program, for we will not be having a headline news, but we will be having a discussion over the important issues for today. But before that, I would like to read some important news that being in the newspapers today. And this important news is the news that the Philippines is the only country without divorce today. The article says that the Philippines now stands as the only country without a divorce law after the overwhelmingly Catholic Mediterranean state of Malta voted in favor of legalizing divorce. Prime Minister Lawrence Gonzi announced the development last Sunday after a weekend referendum. Gonzi, who campaigned against the introduction of divorce in the last European country where it is illegal, said it was now up to the Mediterranean archipelago's parliament to legalize the dissolution of marriage. Before the referendum, Malta and the Philippines were the only two countries in the world that banned divorce. Chile was the last country to legalize divorce in 2004 after overwhelmingly public pressure. For these reasons, here in the Philippines, the House of Committee on the Revisions of Law is set to tackle tomorrow the controversial bill legalizing divorce in the country filed by a women's party list group. Gabriela Party List Representative Luz Beminda Ilagan announced the public hearing on her Twitter account shortly after Malta's approval of a divorce law through a referendum. To be discussed by the panel is House Bill 1799, or an act introducing divorce in the Philippines, filed by Ilagan and her colleagues in the party list group Emerenciana de Jesus. Well, that was an important news, but of course, it will going to have a long debate. As you know, very long time ago, the CBCV had already object to this kind of legislations. And it's good that we have an guest today which can tackle this issue. Our guest today, of course, we will be waiting for General Dionisio Santiago to tackle some more issues, but today we have already guests here in our radio station in the person of the spokesperson of the Americans for a Better Philippines, no other than Engineer Arthur B. Uy. Engineer, good morning and welcome back to our program.
Good morning, Zaldy. Thanks for having me, and good morning, everybody.
Okay, sir, it's always my pleasure. As a matter of fact, it's very important that this program is because we've been tackling this issue of divorce and the population control for the past program that we have had here in DZRJ. And now that the Philippines is the only country now which have who don't allow divorce, so what the Americans of the Philippines can say about this development?
I think it's not only the Americans. It's probably for everybody. Not having a divorce is like not having freedom, because relationships change. You know, there's a time two people are in love with each other, but sometimes as time goes by, things change, and if they're not in love anymore, or if they're already in love with somebody else, they should have the freedom to divorce. That way, they're not forced into a relationship that they don't like. And divorce backlash for not having a divorce is violence, because you know, if they're together and they don't like each other, the chance of fighting and getting violent,
inside
of
the
course,
household,
it's the guy, you know, who could get violent. It could lead to serious injury or even death. In fact, I personally experienced that myself in the United States. Although they're already in the process of separating, they still get into wild arguments, and a lot of times the guy hurts the wife. You know?
Okay. But in reference to the culture of the Filipino people, do you think that this development should be, can be accepted easily by the Filipino people, especially the church?
Well, that's one thing, but the important thing is if they're not in love with each other anymore. I know a lot of cases where the guy, they're still married, but the guy lives with somebody else, and maybe sometimes the wife is in love with somebody else, but they're still legally married because there's no divorce. So what kind of a relationship is that? Why don't we just let them go and not live in a very crazy situation?
Well, that goes the saying that anyone that has united by the church cannot be separated by anybody.
Yeah, but the thing is it really the way it is? You know, you're legally married, but you're not. I mean, you're not together, and you might be having different affairs. Maybe one or both of them might be having an affair with somebody else, but they're still legally married. Is that a good situation?
Oh yeah, that's another thing, engineer.
Yeah, why not just let them go and enjoy themselves and not live in an illegal relationship?
Okay, just like the song says that, please release me.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we go on, we would like to invite our callers and listeners now to call and join to our program. Just call the number 897-8374, 897-8374, 895-4460, 895-4460, and of course you may text to my cell phone 0921-662-997, 0921-662-9917. Okay, we'll be back after these few reminders. Stay tuned.